Alright, so let's just say that. There's somebody that I've been talking to, and I'm having trouble carrying the conversation. I don't know if it's actually a me problem or not, because I haven't had trouble with anybody else. But he initiated communication with me, but then hasn't been reciprocating it. He's been responding, but he hasn't been engaging. You know, like we've had some good conversation where it's like back and forth and it's nice, but you know, then somehow I devolve back to like icebreakers, and it's terrible. I cannot stand small talk. But even though he's an extrovert, it seems like I need to be the one to carry it. So, Spirit gave me permission to pull cards on the matter so I can understand it better. So I did my usual song for Queen of Cups, or King of Cups energies, which is what he's been reading. Even though I do sense that there's a pretty balanced masculine and feminine dynamic there. I think he has access to both energies. I think, confirm Spirit, he can act in either. Maybe there is a stronger presence. What's his default? I'm not getting anything. The cards I'm pulling for his default energy are Knight of Cups, the Honey Badger, Five of Cups, the World. Sorry, dimensional travel. I don't think I can isolate necessarily whether he's in masculine or feminine energy, but we do have traits from both, because none of these energies on the table are me. These are all for him. We've got, first and foremost, the Serpent and the King of Swords. He doesn't bring everything out out to the surface immediately. Even though he's extroverted, there may be a layer of mask that hasn't healed yet. There may be something deeper than the frontal facade here. But underneath of the potentially cold exterior, there is a lot of passion here and creativity. Even though he does seem to come off more, strength for confirmation, he seems to come off more analytical. I do sense creative energy in there somewhere. But the toroidal star with the Ace of Pentacles, shared energy when it comes to career. Is that another person? There may be somebody else tied to his career path that has bad habits, maybe impacting him. Okay, somebody taught him unhealthy coping mechanisms. High Priestess. So it may have something to do with the material, his coping mechanisms, but what we know is that those bad behaviors have caused heartbreak for him. Oh, but yeah, fast change and transmutation. He's learned to heal on his own through magnetic energy, through nurturing energy, cultivating positive relationships with the people in his life. And he knows at this point that sometimes the slow horse is the one that makes it to the end. That you can't rush to get everything done. Even though he's spontaneous and extroverted, he understands that small, stable movements made every day will get you where you need to go. The tortoise and the hare both seem to apply here. I think he can switch back and forth between tortoise and hare energy. But this Three of Swords regarding that bad behavior, that unhealthy coping mechanism regarding money, it's caused heartbreak for him. It's caused problems. He wound up very guarded, but it seems like he's worked through that. Even though he's guarded, he still cultivates relationships. But it did... I think he's had to work through more than one ending here. He's lost his happiness a couple times, but always manages to rebalance in the feminine energy. I think maybe he does prefer the feminine energy. He likes to be the chaste, the magnetizer. He would like the other person to be making the moves, to be setting the tone, to engage him. Which I don't usually have to use my masculine energy in relationships. I usually draw people to me, get them engaged. I usually have them asking the questions. I think that's why I'm having so much trouble here, because I am used to answering questions. I am used to having people be curious and then talking about myself, and then asking reciprocal questions. So after I am given information, or after I give them information, I ask them a question, they answer, and then I can go again. You know, it's very back and forth that way. But this seems like he wants it to be me spurring the conversations instead of responding to them, which is not what I'm good at. But he's had conflict recently. There was some kind of injustice, or justice was brought to a conflict. The truth came out about a situation, and that required rest and planning, healing, and he had to rediscover his peace in the way that he lived. I think he just stabilized his life somehow. Working on taming passions, discipline, control. I think even though it may not be his default, he is very good at balancing his own state. And we've got a string of fate here as the outcome. Somehow, I don't know why, I'm not sure what the purpose is, but we are meant to interact here. We are meant to cause an effect on each other. What is it, Spirit? Balance, juggling, ups and downs. Can I get a clarification for that? The Wheel of Fortune coming out with the Ripple. And anybody that doesn't remember, the Wheel of Fortune was the Ripple card. This was our original Wheel of Fortune, and then we imbued it with Empress energy, and it became the Wheel of Fortune. So we made this one the Ripple, the Portal Oracle card, and it represents ties of fate between people, stepping through a portal of change in our lives. The Two of Pentacles is all about balance. I'm mentally seeing, maybe that's clairvoyance. I just got like a flash, an image of the Infinity Knot. Even though that's not present on the card, I think it is present on the Rider-Waite one. How interesting. In this one, there's a lot of mirroring on both sides. Like the swirls are almost exactly the same, and they do come to that center point in the top as almost like a miniature sun. But I don't think we're going to get any more information about how we are supposed to affect each other here. As we learned from the previous person that I was talking to, sometimes affecting each other in that way, in the way that a string of fate does, happens in one conversation. Sometimes it happens over months, sometimes over years. We're not really sure what this relationship is yet. But there's some kind of challenge here regarding emotional offers forward. The Magician and the Knight of Wands. This is about, we're manifesting both romance and passion in our future. And we are having difficulty with conversations. I think this is going to take a little bit of effort. maybe from both of us.